Hey. Happy Monday, everyone. This is Sherry Jones of Sherry Speaks Life, where I teach you how to speak life, love yourself, and impact the world around you. I hope that you all are having an awesome day today. If you just give me one moment, I'm going to share this video. But I hope again that y'all are having a great day. It's Monday. And this is the first Speak Life moment of 2020. I'm so excited. So excited that we're in a new year and a new decade. I mean, how unbelievable is that? So just give me one moment to share. And I will get hopping into my message here. It won't let me. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me share it. Okay. Never mind with the sharing. I've tried this before. For some reason, it won't let me share it on my personal page. So I apologize for that delay. But hopping on into my message. So my topic today is speak life to the next generation. And the reason why I picked this topic is because earlier today I just felt this pressing to pray for our youth, pray for our children. And in my women's group that I have, Glory Carriers Women's Network, if you are a Christian woman and you're looking for encouragement, uplifting support, then please check us out. But on that group, I did midday prayer. And in the prayer, I prayed for our children. And I started thinking about our children and just the negativity that they're bombarded with on a daily basis, the attacks that they have in their minds and their emotions and their spirits and physically, and how they are truly our future. I know that's some corny or cliche, but the children really are our future. And we have to protect them with everything that we have. Because if we don't, then all the things that we have poured into them will not continue on. The world will not continue on to be a better place. And so we have to pour into our children. And we have to cover them and cover them in prayer. And so I thought of 3 ways that we can speak life to the next generation. The first way that we need to speak life to the next generation is to stop the negative talk. When I was young, the saying was, each generation is worse. Each generation keeps getting worse and worse. And that's just not true. When I was young, my parents' generation looked at my generation and was like, oh, they just worse. They just worse than us. And then, of course, me looking at the generation after me, I'm thinking they're worse. And then even the people now in their 20s are looking at the teenagers and the young people and saying they're worse. But we're just continuing to speak that negativity, and it's going to come to pass. The more we speak and the more we say that they are worse than us. There's nothing new under the sun, and no generation is worse than another generation, because we're all human. We all have the same feelings and emotions and have to make the same decisions. What changes with each generation is their perspective, and what changes with each generation is the technology that's involved. The youth today have technology that we only dreamed of, and then they also have social media. And social media just brings a whole nother layer of things and pressure on them. Because not only when I was young, you just had to worry about trying to be popular or trying to get the cool kids to like you or trying to have good friends. But now you're worrying about likes. How many likes do I have on this picture? How many people are following me? Am I dressing appropriately? Do I have the latest clothes? Do I have the latest shoes? And all of this pressure on our young people to perform per se, or to be better than the next person. And the things that they are competing for really don't matter. In the whole scheme of things, what truly matters about all of us is what's in our hearts, and that we're a good people, and that we're doing the things that we are purposed to do. And our relationship with God, those are the things that are important, not the clothes that we wear, not the shoes that we wear. But there's so much pressure on us, and so much pressure that society puts on us, that it makes you doubt your worth, and it makes you feel like you're less than if you don't have the things that someone else has. And those are the things that our young people are facing on a daily basis, but it's exaggerated because of social media and because of the visibility of things in this world, that it was not like that when we were young. So we have to stop this thing, or this saying of each generation is worse, or that generation is worse. Nothing is new under the sun. As I said before, no generation is worse than the other. The only thing that's different is the access that we have to different things and the perspective. That's what makes it appear that one generation is worse than the other. And it's what we're taught as well. Because if your parents and my parents instill things in me, then I instill things in my children, and then my children instill things in their children. But if there's no foundation, if there's nothing that was taught, then the child is just left into the world to learn what the world teaches them. And that's not always good. So we as parents, we as caretakers, we as aunties and uncles and whoever, we have to instill those values in our children. How do we expect them to act any differently or act with respect if we're not teaching them? We can't let TV and social media be our babysitters. You have to take the time with your child and teach them what you want them to know. So stop saying each generation is worse. So that's the first thing we can do. The second thing we can do, and some people might get mad at me for saying this, but you have to be a parent before you're a friend. When you are trying to connect with your children, we all want to be close with our children. We all want to be their friends. But in the whole scheme of things, you are the parent or the guardian or the auntie. You are the adult, and you have a responsibility to pour into them, to uplift them, and to encourage them and correct them. And if you don't correct them, the world is going to do it for you. If you don't correct their behavior, if you don't correct the things that they do that's not right, the world is going to show them what's right. And the world is going to correct them. And when the world corrects them, it's not going to be good. They're going to end up getting involved in things that they don't need to get involved in. Getting involved in, there's gang activity out there. There's substance abuse. There's sexual activity before at an early age. All of these things they're going to get involved with unless you teach them differently. And in order to teach them and show them differently, you have to be the parent. You can be friendly with them. I'm not saying, you got to be this strict disciplinarian and no leeway or whatever, but you're a parent first. You're a parent before you're a friend. And then my last point is we have to have a listening ear. That's what I prayed about in the group earlier today, that we have to have a listening ear and really listen to our children and really understand where they're coming from. You can't dismiss the things that they're going through. You have to listen and offer advice. Offer advice when it's necessary. But sometimes they just want someone to talk to, and they just want someone to listen. So we have to be a listening ear for our children. And if we really listen, and if we really observe the things that are going on with them, then we'll be able to help them better. We'll be better equipped to deal with the things that they're going through. But if we're not listening, if we're not paying attention, if we're not being the parent, then we're going to miss a whole lot. we're going to miss all of the clues, all of the things that could be telling us that our children are in trouble. Our children are dealing with depression, they're dealing with anxiety, they're dealing with bullies, they're dealing with all of this stuff. And unless we pay attention, we're going to miss it. So I wanted to come on today just to talk about speaking life to the next generation. How do we impact our children and make sure that they are safe and secure? My first point was to stop saying negative things about them. Stop saying that their generation is worse. There's nothing new under the sun. And we have to remember what it was like when we were young. And we have to speak positively to them. And we have to talk about the good things that they do. Our children do a lot of amazing things. We have young people that are entrepreneurs at a young age. We have young people that are, impacting the world. So it's not all bad. We need to stop saying that. My second point is we have to be parents before we're friends. Have fun with your child, laugh and talk with them. Of course, we want that. But we have to play our role as the parent, the guardian, the caretaker, the auntie, the family friend, the counselor, whatever, the teacher, whatever we are to those children. As the adults, we have to play that role. We can't blur the lines and be so friendly with them that we miss the signs and the messages that they're trying to show us. And we have to correct them when necessary. Friends, their friends not going to correct them. Their friends is going to be like, yeah, child, do that, whatever. But as a parent, you have to correct them and you have to steer them in the right way. And my last point was to be a listening ear. We have to listen to what our children are telling us. We have to take the time to listen to what they're going through. You can't dismiss it. You can't say, oh, that's petty or that's this or that's that. You really have to listen. And if you listen and you have your eyes open, then you will see the signs if your child is in trouble. And you will be able to get them the help that they need. So I hope that you all enjoyed this Speak Life message. I saw some people pop on. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Davette, for tuning in. I truly appreciate you all for joining. And anybody else I can't see right now, thank you so much for joining. If you are watching on the replay, please comment #replay because replay is Bay. If you have any comments or anything about the message, please feel free to share. Share your perspective. If you disagree with something that I said, please feel free to comment with that as well. I want this to be an open dialogue, and I want us to really take the time, particularly with this Speak Life moment, to think about our children, think about the next generation and the things that they are going through. I mean, it's horrible. We have sex trafficking, we have human trafficking, we have, even police brutality, we have alcoholism and drug abuse, we have anxiety, we have depression, we have pressures of social media, all of this stuff piled onto our next generation. And we have to try to steer them in the right way so that they can truly thrive as our future. Hey, Lakeisha, thank you so much for hopping on. I'm about to wrap up, so please go back and watch the replay. But I just wanted everyone to think about our next generation and the things that we can do to speak life to them. Again, I am Sherry Jones. I am an author and inspirational speaker, and I am here with Sherry Speaks Life, where I teach you how to speak life, love self, and impact the world around you. I hope that you enjoyed this Speak Life moment. I come on every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to share some nuggets of inspiration with you. please check out my website, sherryspeakslife.com. While you're there, look and see, what I have to offer, a little bit more about me, about my books. And you can also join the Sherry Speaks Life community. And with that community, you will receive my freebie. I have a freebie called 7 Ways to Boost Your Self-Esteem. And it'll help you in those moments that we all have when you feel a little less than, when you feel that you're not worthy or you're feeling a little down. Those 7 tips that I share can definitely help to boost your self-esteem. And then as a part of the Sherry Speaks Life community, you will also get weekly inspirational messages from me. Not the same things that I post on social media, but things specifically for my group to uplift you. And you will also get exclusive updates on my upcoming products and services. So I hope that you go to sherryspeakslife.com and check out that information. I look forward to seeing you all next Monday for my next Speak Life moment. I hope that you are having a wonderful 2020 so far. It's 6 days in and God has already started to do some amazing things for me, and I hope that He is doing some amazing things for you as well. You all take care. Be blessed. I love you.